Disney Star Wars did nothing wrong. That's a lie. That's a lie. Ugh, I feel bad for just saying that. We're going to start off with one of my favorites. I couldn't believe I found this. It was so historic. I fought through people for it. We got Morgan Elsbeth. You can see I got her for a whopping 49 cents. She was reduced. Nobody wanted it. For some reason, it was broken. And I was like, I'm getting that. Look at that. Yeah. One of the greatest series, Ashoka. I actually didn't mind Ashoka. I liked it. I liked the show, Ashoka. So, I guess we're just going to crack her open. Because we open everything on this channel. Ooh, what is this? Piece of paper. Ooh, piece of candy. A bunch of gibberish saying don't swallow. Thank you so much. I love that. Here she is. Get her out of the plastic. Literally nothing else with her, just her. I thought she'd have like a staff or something. There we go. It actually looks just like her. Look at that. Literally nothing else. We've got some articulation on the hands. The head does rotate. Look at that. She looks even better. She can do the famous... This is a 10 out of 10 figure. I think if you see this in the Ross shelves, you need to buy him out because, my God, is she the best Star Wars character ever created. Amazing. I wonder if I could... But that's not the thing that drew me to these toys. No, this is the first one I seen. I said, yeah, it's a no-brainer. I gotta have it. The Book of Boba Fett. Stay with me. The Book of Boba Fett. Boba Fett Dune Sea Edition. Look at that. Look at that Kenner toy. Look at that. Boba Fett. I got him for $2.49. Disgusting! Disgusting! Comes with a lot more accessories, and as soon as I seen that bald head, I knew I had to find as many of these as possible. And I did. I didn't leave any on the shelf. No, I got them all for myself. There you go. Look at this. Book of Boba Fett, 10 out of 10. Sorry. Book of Boba Fett, 10 out of 10 show. We're going to go ahead and open him up because it looks like he's a lot better figure. She is plastic, but he looks like he has actual material on him and a gun and a little staff thingy. So let's rip him open. There's his gun. All plastic. Pretty cool. Can't believe I got this in my collection. Look at that. It's bent, and it makes it more powerful when it comes out. If you guys didn't know that, if you bend the barrels of your guns, it comes out like much more powerful, a lot faster. So you're going to want to have to do that to all your guns. Fantastic. There we go. We've got the Sandman dildo. Pretty cool weapon. He learned how to use it when he was in the Sandman village doing Sandman things. Look at that. That is a pretty sick weapon. Glad that's in my collection. And we got Vin Diesel himself.
The third thing was reuniting Dom and Brian O'Connor.
Looking fantastic, by the way. That was a lot of glare on that little bald head of his. This is actual cloth material. I appreciate that, especially for $2. I'm going to make sure I get my money's worth here. Look at that. That is a great figure. He actually can put the hood on him. So the level of detail, the sculpt on this is fantastic. Let's open up his little dress here. Look at that. He's got a little gun holster, but no gun. So that's kind of disappointing, but we could probably shove something else in there. He could bend over pretty far, which is basically what he did for the Disney Star Wars show. Just bend over and tuck it. Now I'm curious to see if I can get this off. I can get this off. Okay, he's got the dildo in hand. Pretty cool. Same articulation as the last figure. Yeah. I'm Bobo Baggins, or whatever the fuck his name is. There, now he's dual wielding like a true Mandalorian. Just, he runs at people like, that's what he did in the show. And then for some reason he recruited a bunch of Zoomers on mopeds, and I finished the show. That's the best thing I could say about it is I got to the last episode, and then it ended. I think this is a much better figure just because of this little robe he's got, which makes me wonder if it fits on the last chick. I sucked off the director to be in this show. Unlimited power! But that is trash. That is not the reason I wanted it. No. The reason I wanted it is because I found this. And then I went back for him. And then I found her. This is the greatest figure I have ever seen. This, my boys, is Ashoka Tano. Yeah, you're seeing that right. Ashoka Tano for $3.99. You can't beat the price. She's got 2 lightsabers. Okay? I love Ashoka. Ashoka's the best. And I like how on the back of this it shows what else you can get. There's nothing else here that I really want. Maybe Luke. I'll take Luke. If I seen Luke, I would have gotten 6 Lukes. But instead, I got Morgan Elsbeth and Boba Fett Tusken and Ashoka. But still good. I'm happy. But look at that. We're going to check out Ashoka Tano. I actually kind of like the show. It wasn't as bad as Boba Fett, but I just wanted it because I don't have anyone with lightsabers. So let's crack her open. Why not? This is the channel where we open literally everything. These lightsabers are fantastic. I really like them. Let me show you the hilts. Look at that. These are sick. I'm glad she came with 2. I only thought it came with 1, and then I opened the package just now, and I was like, there's 2 of them in there? What the frick? But we've got our boss girl herself, Ashoka Tano. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashoka Tano. Look at that. Same articulation. Actually, she's got a little bit more articulation. Wow. Probably because she's a Jedi. She's got full wrist movement. She's got elbow bending. This is actually pretty sick. Looks like she's got some... Oh, wow. She's got movement in her toes. Look at that. You can move her feet. Oh, yeah. She's got a lot more movement. I love Jedi. This is so cool. The sculpt is actually pretty cool. Check this out. Look at that. It kind of looks like her. That's not bad. That's not bad at all, especially for how small this figure is. Wow, I'm going to beat my meat to this later. There she is with her lightsabers. Like I said, there's articulation, so she could go in like a bunch of different poses with them. It's really cool for $4 I bought it for. I think out of all of them, this one and probably Luke are the best ones. I don't know, maybe I'll keep collecting them and I'll keep showing you guys my small little Ross Star Wars figure collection of shows that people don't really like because it's Disney Star Wars and most of them are written very poorly, but god damn it, were these great. So the heights, they kind of look the same. I think Boba is, or no, they're actually the same. Nah, Boba's a little bit taller. Yeah. My tall. He's tall. Boy thick. He's thick. If I find any more of these at Ross, I'm going to pick them up and I'm just going to do another little haul collection because I want to add more and more stuff to Ahsoka Tano. She's going to be decked out with every accessory I can fucking find. That being said, like, comment, subscribe, check out my other videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later. I'm just going to steal your Morgan Elsbeth.